There are stories told in whispers, tales buried beneath centuries of dust and silence. And there is one tale, too dreadful for most to believe. This is the story of King Osogbo, the monarch who feasted on his own people. Many years ago, in a lush and powerful kingdom hidden deep within the Obudu highlands, there lived a king unlike any other. His name was Osogbo, a man born into power but shaped by fear. Osogbo was crowned young, just 22, and at first the people adored him. He was wise, fair, and his words carried the sweetness of honey. But as years passed, something changed. Rumors began to swirl through the kingdom. People whispered of strange disappearances, farmers who went to pay tribute and never returned, children taken from the villages near the palace, hunters who vanished without a trace. The king's palace, once a place of celebration, had become silent, cold, guarded by masked warriors who never spoke. And inside the palace, something darker brewed. Hidden beneath the palace floor was a secret chamber, a massive underground room carved from ancient stone. It was here that Osogbo descended, night after night, to dine in solitude. But what he dined on was unthinkable. Human bones were found in the chamber, bones picked clean, bodies drained of blood. It was no longer a rumor. Osogbo was not just a king, he had become a monster. But how did Osogbo become this creature? Legend says that one stormy night, desperate to save his dying mother, he summoned an ancient forest spirit. The spirit promised to cure her in exchange for one thing, a life, every full moon. Osogbo agreed. The mother lived, but the king's heart began to decay. With every moon, he hungered, not for food, but for flesh. As more people vanished, fear silenced the kingdom. No one dared question the king. His guards, the Ibons, roamed the villages like ghosts, collecting tributes for the royal feast. Mothers hid their sons. Fathers disguised their daughters. But no one was safe. The kingdom had become a prison, ruled by a man whose soul had been eaten by darkness. Deep within the palace, Osogbo's son, Prince Leke, uncovered the truth. One night, he followed his father beneath the palace and saw the chamber, saw the feast. He watched in horror as his father consumed what no human should. That night, the prince vowed to end the curse, or die trying. Prince Leke fled the palace and began to gather those who had lost family. Quietly, a rebellion formed, the Circle of the Forgotten. They trained in secret, building weapons of silverwood and charms made by old priestesses. They had one goal: to strike on the night of the next blood moon. When the blood moon rose, the kingdom trembled. Thunder cracked, winds howled, and from the jungle came war cries. The rebels stormed the palace. The guards fell, the gates shattered, and Prince Lake faced his father in the cursed chamber. Osogbo, bloated with centuries of wickedness, roared like a beast. The final battle began. The fight was brutal, but the prince, with a silverwood spear and a charm over his heart, struck the final blow. Osogbo screamed as the curse unraveled. His body crumbled into ash. The silence that followed was louder than thunder. With the monster gone, dawn broke for the first time in years. Villages lit fires of hope. Children danced in the streets. The palace doors were opened wide, and Prince Leke was crowned not in gold, but in the tears of a healed people. He rebuilt the kingdom, not with fear, but with love. Today, no ruins remain of Osogbo's palace, but deep in the forest, under the soil, the stones still whisper, whispers of a king who feasted on his people, and a son who set them free. And every blood moon, the children gather to hear the story again, a story not of horror, but of hope. If this tale moved you, subscribe and share it, because sometimes the darkest stories carry the brightest truths, and the real monsters are the ones we choose not to face. Thank you.